Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to the Sawyer Center on the campus of Southern Nazarene University. Julia Schwacke alongside Grant McNew. For the time being, our fellow play-by-play man in the middle, Luke McConnell, will be out momentarily. He will be back to do the rest of the game, but we got you covered these first couple of minutes as SNU women's basketball takes on Southern Arkansas out of Magnolia. One of the second schools over there that SNU will have this week. They had Arkansas Monticello this past Thursday, I should say. Handle the Blossoms 59-46 on the home court. It was a great welcome back party for the Storm. But a quick turnaround here Saturday as they set to take on the Mule Riders, a team that SNU has a 3-game winning streak against, so definitely have been in the win column over the past couple of years against SAU, but they got to do it again to make it 4. And just a little tidbit, Grant, I guess we can get into this before we set the tip off here inside the Sawyer Center. SNU was tied with Harding for first place in the conference. Both teams were 10-1 in the GAC, but a Harding 3-point loss to the Northwestern Oklahoma State Rangers in Alva. Ultimate defeat. And now Harding is now at that number 2 spot, and SNU sits alone at the top. And we might add, both SNU men and women basketball are both at the top at number 1 spot. So your thoughts on that?
You know, it's just consistent excellency, Julia, on both sides, the men's and the women's. And I'm not one that tends to, as the kids say, prey on anybody's downfall. But I definitely will applaud the Harding loss given the situation.
Yeah, as you should. That is correct. Harding and SNU, both two very good teams in this conference, but SNU proved to be the best, standing alone at number 1 as of right now. Got to keep that up as they take on SAU here in about just under 5 minutes. So just a couple things before we get into starting lineup and spotlights and all that good stuff. We've got a shortened staff up here today before Luke gets in here, so we've got to wear a couple hats today. You're on production, and we've got Dawson Phillips on camera over there, so not a full house yet. We'll wait for Luke. But just a couple things to get into. The Mule Riders have a very interesting 3-point statistical. I was going to say a statistician measurement, but it would be a statistical measurement. They average about 38 threes a game, Grant.
Yeah, that is just slightly better than my college algebra grade last year. So a pretty good number, 38 threes a game. You don't see that very often.
You don't, and it's one of those things that you've got to keep an eye on, and I am sure that the SNU coaching staff down below us had that in big, bold lettering on the scouting report. Because if you think about it, we talked about this before we came on the air, that's about 1 3 a minute.
Yeah, and that's weird to think about. Just 1 minute passes, you see a 3, right? So, and given it's not that linear, we may see 45, we may see 28 threes in this game, but either way, should be a fast-paced track meet. And Julia, I really like the Storm's odds in a track meet.
Yeah, I agree with you. And the SNU, just a couple things, as everybody's been watching at home, or if you've been here in person, one or the other, you've seen that SNU's defense has proven to be one of the best in the conference, if not the best, time and time again. We've seen it throughout the past couple of years. This is your first year here, so you're getting to witness this. But even when I played here, we had the best defense in the conference, no doubt about it. So that 38 threes a game might not be 38. It might be, like you said, it might be a little less. There might be some cushion there to work with. So we'll see how Southern Arkansas responds to this feisty SNU defense. But, of course, speaking of feisty, Southern Arkansas, a very feisty team. In my past years playing here, very scrappy, like to get on the floor. We'll see how the foul count goes today. I'm interested to see how the refs call this game. But nonetheless, we're here. We're excited. And, yeah, what are your keys for today's game? I feel like Luke always asks me that when I'm on color, so I think I might. It's my turn to ask you.
You know, I don't see SAU shying away from the three-point shot, even with tough defense. So I think defensively, the key is making them take bad shots from behind the three-point line. Can you get a hand in their face? Can you get a finger on the ball? They're going to put it up. You've got to be there ready for it. And that's why I think players such as Hannah Giddy are so big in a game like this. She's a tall player with long arms that can play on the perimeter defense. So I think a big game out of Giddy defensively could really just let SNU run away with this one.
Absolutely. Giddy is definitely one of the keys to SNU's shining defense, but we should note the defense does have to have 4 other members to make it work, and we've seen a lot of times in a lot of games SNU getting a lot of tips on the balls. There's lots of just scrappiness, getting on the floor, bodies around, and it's just great aggressive basketball, and you love to see that, especially when you're on your home court and you're hosting a team across the state, so it should be a good one. We've got about 1:30 left before we get set to tip, and I had just received notice that Luke McConnell is en route to the Sawyer Center, so we'll see how long this lasts, but it's been a pleasure, this pregame. Grant, you'll be on for the men's game.
Yes.
So
yes.
We'll all still be around, just in different moments, but that'll do it for us momentarily. I'm Julia Schwacke alongside Grant McNew, and we'll be with you after these messages. This is the Crimson Storm Sports Network. And as we get set to tip here inside the Sawyer Center, the starters for Southern Arkansas, you've got 0, Michaela Lindsay. Number 1, Brooklyn Brown. Number 13, Jessica Jones. Number 23, Diamond Morris. Number 25, Braden Hill. For SNU, you've got number 4, Lauren Reether. Number 15, Georgia Adams. Number 5, Hannah Giddy. Number 1, Cassandra Awat. And number 12, Emily Monahan. SNU wins the tip, and we're set here inside the Sawyer Center. Emily Monahan, left wing, shovels it over to Reether, back to Monahan. Adams looks inside, swarmed by 3 Mule Riders. She'll get it poked away out of bounds.
You know, I don't hate attacking the high post right there, but I think if you're Adams, you've got to get the ball away a little bit quicker there.
I agree. SNU basketball, though. Monahan inside to Adams. Monahan will dribble it over between the circles. Reether gets it inside. Looks for Monahan. Nothing's there. Back to Monahan. She'll give it inside to Giddy. Giddy back to Monahan. We've got a traveling call on Monahan right in front of the SAU bench.
Yeah, it looked like she shuffled her feet when she caught the ball there, Julia. That's just you can't do it.
It's been a theme, you know, for SNU. Just can't seem to set their feet often. But Southern Ark will have the ball. A jumper from Michaela Lindsay's no good. Awat recovers, dribbles past to Giddy, and she'll lay it in. But it's short, rolls off the rim. SAU back with the basketball, and they'll get a snowbird down the court and get the first buckets of the game. Southern Arkansas 2-0 to SNU.
Julia, this is where games can get dangerous. When SAU scores first, they're playing their pace. You can't get caught up in the way that they want to play. You have to control the time of possession here.
Yeah, SNU's trying to. Mule Riders applying a lot of pressure, both in the front and the back court. But Reether will get it, set everything up. Awat at the top of the key. Into Giddy. Giddy down to Adams. And Adams will get the first bucket of the ball game for SNU. Back the other way to the Mule Riders. Very fast pace down the floor. But Lauren Reether picks up a steal.
Yeah, that was a great backside steal. SAU never saw her coming.
Yeah, there's that SNU defense we were talking about. Awat will pull up for 3. No good, but she gets her own rebound. Kicks it out to Monahan, left wing. Back up to Reether at the top of the key. And Giddy. High post, back to Reether. She'll get it back inside. Looking, Giddy. Little floater over the top, and she'll get the 2.
And that play never happens if Awat doesn't stay and follow her shot. That's the thing that you're taught even back in your Pee Wee days. Follow your shot. No one knows where that ball is going better than the shooter.
Yeah, but number 25, Braden Hill, definitely knew where her ball was going. She puts it in for 2. Score is now 4-4.
Mr. Luke McConnell has entered the building.
Excellent. I think we've done a good job thus far. Giddy will short jumper over the top, no good. She'll get it back to Reether, over to Awat, back to Giddy, and Giddy will get a bucket inside. The lay-in from number 5, Hannah Giddy. Scores now 6-4. SNU. And Luke McConnell will now take over after being on a little bit of a hiatus, and we're glad to have him back.
Well, thanks, guys. Thanks for covering for me.
Yeah, of course. Grant did a great job on color, his first time color for women's basketball. My first play-by-play for women's basketball, I should add.
Well, good to know I'm replaceable. There's Giddy off the right block with the layup. The Crimson Storm lead 8-4, 7 minutes to go. First quarter on the other end. Brooklyn Brown with the miss. Offensive rebound. She puts it back up and in from the left side this time.
Yeah, you missed a very high-paced couple of minutes before you got here. It was back and forth very quick.
Foul coming up on the Mule Riders on the far side. It's going to go on Jessica Jones. Adam Collins, can't believe it over there, wanted the push off on Monahan. Instead, he got the push off on Jones.
Yeah, as soon as the Mule Riders had got possession of the ball, they were very quick to get it down the floor, looking for any quick buckets that they had the opportunity to put up.
George Adams, left wing for 3. It's good! And the Crimson Storm clicking offensively early. The Mule Riders force a lot of turnovers. They're 9th in the nation forcing turnovers, 24 per game. But if you can get open looks, you can score a lot. 3-pointer from Lindsay is no good. Long rebound out top. Monahan with it. racing into the front court, split through the double team and threw it into the Mule Rider bench. SNU bench wanting a touch there. Not going to get it.
You know what, I'm very surprised is that the Mule Riders have not attempted a three yet. And we talked about this, I think, yesterday, how many threes they attempt per game. And it's quite an astonishing number.
Yep, just the single one thus far. Mule Riders average nearly 38 threes per game. A lot of contact there in the paint. Loose ball. Reether coming the other way with it for SNU. Left baseline, a Watt. Down low left block, Giddy. Too strong with that one. And Diamond Morris, the rebound. Gives it up to Braden Hill. Leaves it back for the trailing Jones. Looking for Morris. Giddy with the passing lane. Interception. Monahan up ahead to a Watt. Fumbles it. Gives it back to Monahan. Left wing now, Reether. Adams, right wing for three this time. It's good! Georgia Adams hit 2 threes on Thursday night against Monticello. She's got 2 in the first quarter here tonight. Here's Braden Hill into the paint, off the glass, no good. Left that one short. Reether the rebound for SNU. 14-6, Southern Nazarene down low. Giddy bumped off her spot, puts it back up. It was short. Morris comes in with the rebound, knocked out of her hands by Giddy with 5:07 to go in the first quarter. First subs for Southern Arkansas. We'll see a bunch of them here this afternoon. Kylie Warren, the senior out of Carlisle, Arkansas. Number 22, freshman guard Marley Bright from Amity, Arkansas. Here's Bright into the front court. One advantage SNU can have today is inside. Southern Arkansas plays a lot, but none of them are very tall. Loose ball, it's on the deck, and a jump ball will keep the possession arrow with the Mule Riders. With 4:50 to go in the first quarter, 14-6, Southern Nazarene with the lead. We'll take time and be back with more after this break. Welcome back to the Sawyer Center. 14-6, Southern Nazarene with the lead over Southern Arkansas. Apologies for no pregame conversation with Coach Trent May today. Some technical issues on the audio side preventing that from happening, but a lot of things to say. We'll summarize those as the afternoon goes along. And try not to inundate you with too many numbers as that inbounds pass for Warren, tipped away, stolen by Adams. Adams to the right side of the paint, all the way in, off the glass, it rolls off, no good. Loose ball controlled by Jerica Bell, who's into the contest for the first time. Starting five still out there for Southern Nazarene. Warren, Bell, Brown, Bright, and Trimmy out there for the Mule Riders. Bell tried to go reverse side on Giddy. She said no. Long lead pass quickly ahead to Monahan. She'll go in with a left hand and score.
I'm loving this pace right now from SNU.
Here's Trimmy from the right elbow. Banked it in quickly the other way. Hope you brought your track shoes today, folks, because it's going to be like this all afternoon till the final horn. One thing to note, Southern Arkansas scores a lot. They force a lot of turnovers, but if you can get good looks, it's basically a layup line. They're second to last nationally in field goal percentage defense, allowing opponents to shoot 47% per game. Here's Reether with 8 on the shot clock. Foul circle. Hannah Giddy. Back cut to Cassandra Watt. She was hit by Brown on the shot. She'll go to the line for 2 free throws. That'll give us a moment to catch our breath. And here's a stat that kind of shows it for you. Now, granted, Harding does not shoot a lot of three-pointers anyway, Julia, but Harding in 2 matchups this season with Southern Arkansas, 187 points, and they made 4 3-pointers in the 2 games. So average 93.5 points in 2 games with an average of 2 made 3-pointers per game as Awatt hits the first free throw.
Yeah, Grant and I discussed a little bit about Harding pregame and how really it came down to threes against that Northwestern loss. They were only 2 of 15 from the field, and they lost by 3, so that kind of shows you there.
Here's Bright as Awatt goes 1 for 2. Brown, baseline pass to Trimmy, left wing Warren. Into the paint she goes, rises up over Reether. It spins around and out. Giddy clears the glass. Here's Georgia Adams. Pressured in the backcourt, quickly finds Reether. And from behind comes Marley Bright and takes it away from Reether. And Giddy commits the foul in the backcourt. With the first on Giddy and the first on the Crimson Storm with 3:14 to go in the first quarter. 17-8, Crimson Storm with the lead.
We haven't seen this much pressure in a while from an opponent. They're quick to bring on that press.
Perhaps ever. Here's Bell at the foul circle. Looking for help. Still looking. Now bounces it to Trimmy. Trimmy, the Centenary College transfer. Looking for help now. Gives it back to Bell at the foul circle. Bell, 9 on the shot clock. Rises up over Giddy. Left it short. Reether had the rebound, lost it. And Jones saves it to Reether. Nice hustle there by Peyton Jones. Reether wraps it around the double team. Jones is checked into the SNU bench. No foul called, but it will stay with SNU on the deflection. A lot of contact there.
Yeah, she really couldn't even get up very fast. Kind of got her right in the gut. I'm surprised they didn't make that call.
Lindsay, Morris, and Hill back in for the Mule Riders, joining Warren and Brown. Mule Riders not going full line change like they did have in the past. Here's Adams, finds herself open for 3. It's off to the right, no good. And Giddy going over the back of Kylie Warren commits her second personal foul in the first quarter. 2:26 to go first quarter, so Hannah Giddy will check out with 2 personal fouls and 8 points and 3 rebounds. Tough one to commit right there. Here's Warren, top of the key, left wing to Lindsay. Now Morris. Outside to Brown, the freshman to the right block. Cross-court skip pass to Hill. Left wing Lindsay. Open 3 is on the way and good. Just the second 3-point attempt of the afternoon and the first make for the Mule Riders. Here's Leone. Splits the double team. Left corner, Peyton Jones. Back to Leone. They swing it around to Reether. Mule Riders in a 3-2 zone. Jones run off the line in the left corner. Reether. Down low to Adams. Knocked away from her by Warren and stolen. Here's Hill. Long lead pass for Lindsay in the left corner. She'll circle back to the wing. Back top, Warren corrals the high pass. 18 on the shot clock. Now Diamond Morris, top of the key. Back cut for Brown. Runs over Leone. Offensive foul. Great help side defense there from Nefer Leone. And that'll be the second personal foul on Brooklyn Brown, the freshman out of Pearland, Texas. A Watt back in. Reether will take a breather for SNU.
It's a great play by Nefer Leon, coming off the bench, making a positive impact, kind of stopping that momentum that SAU was trying to get together.
A Watt to Leon, back to a Watt to Monahan, right wing. Monahan in the right corner, trying to get hemmed in along the sideline by the Mule Riders, but she evades the pressure. 15 on the shot clock, top of the key. Left corner, Peyton Jones. Quick trigger on the 3, and it's good. The opportunities will be there, and Peyton Jones pays that one off with her first points of the game. It's 20-11, a minute to play. Warren looks off the pass and floats it in over Adams in the middle of the paint.
Yeah, back to Jones' three-pointer. It is her birthday today, so great way to celebrate turning 21. So a little birthday shout-out to her.
Going for 21 would be good, too.
And it's
Here's
her number.
Adams, right elbow. Missed that one long. Hill with the rebound, racing up court. Hill, bounce pass over to Morris. Morris, short jump shot, rolls off, no good. Jones with the rebound for SNU. Nearly doubled there in the backcourt. Leon created some space on Morris, and SAU staff beside themselves. Here's Adams at the right elbow. Skip pass left corner to Leon. 3 on the way. It's short. Monahan tipped the rebound. It's loose. Leon picks it up, and it rolls off. No good. Adams down low with the offensive rebound. Sends it back up top to Awatt. Awatt, 3 on the way at the quarter buzzer. It's no good. But SNU, a strong start to this one. 20-13, the Crimson Storm with the lead after 1. We'll keep it here through the break so we can reset and get everybody up to speed on all these incredible numbers we've seen. First off, for the Crimson Storm, 11-1, first place in conference. And Julia, this is the latest SNU's ever been in first place in the GAC era. So a momentous time for Crimson Storm women's basketball to be in this position. The Crimson Storm have won the last 4 against the Mule Riders here in Bethany. And the thing that is impressive for the Crimson Storm, they've got 11 wins out of 14 by double digits this season.
Yeah, that was something that I had noticed doing the game notes. And a lot of those double-digit wins came here in Bethany. I mean, you got that home court advantage. There's a couple close ones over in Magnolia. I remember in my time here, there were a couple uh-oh moments, but a couple pull-throughs. But the home court advantage today, so you're likely to see another double-digit win if things carry out the way they're supposed to.
Game within the game matchup this afternoon as Adam Collins continues to berate the officials after that no call. But SNU has allowed just 17 three-point makes over the last 6 games. Of course, the Mule Riders, number 1 nationally with 13 makes per game this season. And they do shoot them at a pretty respectable clip for having put up 679 of them this season coming into this afternoon. They shoot 35%, and that's no number to sneeze at or anything. Here's Leon, top of the key for the Crimson Storm. Trimmy and Jessica Jones back in for the Mule Riders. Back cut to Awatt. Off the glass, too strong. Jones had it, bobbled it, and got it over to Hill. So several misses in tight for the Crimson Storm in the opening half. Here's Jessica Jones straight away for 3, and she got it. So the Mule Riders now 2 for 3 from deep. It's 20-16. SNU has handled the pressure fine thus far. Peyton Jones now doubled, gets it to Leon, and she stepped on the sideline in front of the Mule Rider bench right on cue. That's the 5th turnover of the first half for the Crimson Storm. Trent May asking his point guard there, where are you going? Talked in the pregame conversation that didn't come through about staying away from the sidelines, keeping it more in the middle. Here's Bright out right wing to Trimmy. To Diamond Morris. Run off the line by Adams. Now back to Bright. Bright, top of the key to Morris. Morris will drive on Adams all the way in. Off the glass and good. 2-point game, 1 minute gone in the second quarter. It's 20-18. And the Mule Riders now on a 7-0 run. Here's Leon across the timeline. Splits the double team. All the way in. Left-hand layup. Too strong. Awatt there for the putback. She missed it as well. And she'll commit the over-the-back foul to give the ball over to the Mule Riders. So the Crimson Storm really struggling with these layups right now. Just seem to be a little sped up, Julia.
Yeah, they're also trying to slow down Southern Arc. You would think they want to slow them down with the press, but they're such a good press-breaking team, and they want to get those quick threes, so SNU drop back in the backcourt.
Lauren Reether back in, disrupted the pass between Lindsay and Bright. Lindsay gets it over to Morris. Morris will drive in, ripped off her leg by Adams, and out of bounds. Nice job by Georgia Adams. She was beat on the initial drive, but reached in and slapped the ball off Morris's legs out of bounds. Mule Riders sticking with a 1-2-2 press here. Reether gets it across half court to Adams. Fires it down low to a wide open Monahan. A pump fake, and she blew the layup. Here comes Trimmy for the Mule Riders back the other way. Jones, right wing for 3 in the lead. It's off, no good. Here's Monahan with the rebound for SNU. Into the front court. Down the lane. And tried to go to Peyton Jones, but Jones was drifting up to the wing, and Monahan threw it into the Mule Rider bench. And Trent May's going to take time out to settle his bunch down. It's SNU getting the shots they want, getting good open looks, but haven't been able to capitalize. 7:48 to go, second quarter. 2018 Southern Nazarene. We'll be back. Southern Nazarene with a 2-point lead over Southern Arkansas with 7:48 to play in the first half, 20-18. Crimson Storm scoreless over the last 3:15, one of their last 10 from the field, with many of those within the restricted area. Trent May with a good timeout there to settle the troops and get everybody back on the same page. Here's Bright. Hampered by Monahan, gives it over to Jones with a Watt guarding her. Jones I was about to say got away with a carry, but she did not. That'll be the 8th turnover for the Mule Riders.
Yeah, that's something SNU does well, is force a lot of turnovers on teams. If they continue to do that, they'll be in good position the rest of the way.
A Watt had it poked away from behind from her by Diamond Morris. Here's Bright, leaves it back for Jones. Jones creates some space. Now gives it back to Morris, top of the key. Right wing to Trimmy. Jones in tight. Back to Morris up top. Working on Adams. 10 on the shot clock. Morris drives around her, off the glass and good. And Diamond Morris ties it up, the senior from Sheridan, Arkansas, averaging 12.5 points per game. Reether to Monahan, quickly into the middle to a Watt. Left wing, Peyton Jones. Adams pops out at the right elbow. Right corner, Monahan open for 3. It's off the back iron, no good. A Watt tracks down the long rebound, fires it to Adams. Adams is bumped and fouled by Morris. That'll be the first on the Mule Riders in the quarter and the first on Morris. We're tied at 20, 6:43 to go in the first half. Chloe Wilbanks will check in for the first time, along with Kylie Warren. Jones and Bright have a seat. Wilbanks, a sophomore transfer from Louisiana Monroe. Reether looking for help. Gets it down low to a Watt. A lot of contact there on the shot. She missed it. Didn't get the call. Here come the Mule Riders.
And SNU's last possession was great ball movement. That's what you want to do to this Mule Riders team.
Down low, Morris got inside of Jones. Got the bucket and the foul on Peyton Jones. That'll be her first. Second on the Crimson Storm in the quarter, and the Mule Riders with their second lead of the ball game, 22-20, and the scoreless drought for SNU now 4.5 minutes. Morris's free throws off the back iron, no good. A Watt has the rebound. Reether to the corner. Monahan down low to Adams, off the glass, and good. We're tied at 22 as SNU ends a 5-minute scoreless drought. Here's Wilbanks. Picked up her dribble, gets it to Trimmy. It's off her leg. It's off Warren's leg, but she grabs it right before half court. Trimmy to Morris, top of the key. Morris, right corner, Trimmy, and she shuffled her feet on the pump fake. Turnover for the Mule Riders, number 9 of the afternoon. Braden Hill back in for Addie Trimmy. Monahan across half court. Inside out dribble. Circle the wagons to the top of the key to Adams. Left elbow, a Watt. Looking for the cutter. It's not there. Back to Adams. 15 on the shot clock. Adams stops. Looking for help. Still looking for help. Hands to a Watt. A Watt will drive on Morris. Up and under. Got it in the foul. Got underneath Diamond Morris. And that will be number 2 on Diamond Morris. And Cassandra Watt, with her first field goal of the game, will head to the line where she's 1 for 2 this afternoon. Watt missed her first 6 field goals before that make. So Morris takes a seat, and Sierra Reese in for the first time. Watt hits the free throw, and SNU with a 5-0 burst of their own to retake a 25-22 lead. Reese, top of the key. Crosses over on Adams. Left side, Lindsay. Lindsay back to Reese, right through the 5-hole, but it got over to Wilbanks. Cross-court skip pass, Hill. Drives in. Looked like she walked, and she did.
It's great defense by SNU right there. Just keeping the ball in front of them, not committing any silly fouls, and you'll force a turnover just like that one.
Inbounds comes to Monahan. Men will pressure in the front court. Jones gets to Reether, top of the key.
And I was hoping a 3 right there from Jones.
Adams, left elbow. Back to Reether on the deflected pass. Reether getting hammered by Reese, and a foul coming up. Third foul on the Mule Riders, first on Reese. You hear Adam Collins there. Just stop touching and learn from the mistakes. Monahan retrieves between the circles, hesitates, drives to the right block. Working on Wilbanks. She'll circle it back up top with 10 on the shot clock. Bounces it to Adams. Now back to Monahan, dashing down the lane, and she got it to go. Here's Hill. Outside Lindsay, open left corner 3, it's good. Michaela Lindsay, not the one you want to leave open. First in the conference with 47 made threes coming into this afternoon. She's got 2 today. And she shoots them at a 42% clip. Just 29% coming in to today over the last 6 games. 27-25. Here's Reether to Adams, right elbow extended. Backing down Warren, creates some space, steps underneath with the left hand, missed the shot, got her own miss, put it back up, hit the other side of the rim, forced it back up, it goes, and the foul! Georgia Adams, a one-woman wrecking crew inside on that possession, 2 offensive rebounds, and finally rewarded with the putback. Reese will check out along with Hill. Bright and Jerica Bell back into the contest.
Just excellent play right there from Georgia Adams. Just not giving up on the offensive end. Tack on some more offensive boards for SNU on the stat sheet.
She's got 10, now 11 after the made free throw. Here's Bright dashing across the paint to Lindsay, and that pass swatted out of bounds by Peyton Jones. Looked like a middle blocker there with the hand placement. Good diamond formation, extending the fingers. Sign her up, Kevin Ingram. Outside, Jerica Bell in the right corner. Looking for the cutter. Reether was the cutter for SNU, and she's got the steal. Finds a Watt, down low, wide open, off the glass, and good! 32-25 SNU. Jones knocks it away but commits the foul in the process. That'll be number 2 on Peyton. Jessica Jones back in for Jerica Bell. 13th foul in the Crimson Storm with 3:33 to go before halftime. Jones sends it all the way up top to Marley Bright. Monahan with the assignment there. 24 on the shot clock here for the Mule Riders. Here's Jones up top, guarded by Adams. Goes left to the left block. Looked like she got away with travel. Gives it to the cutting Lindsay. Back to Bright. Back up top, Warren. Open 3 from the top of the key. Rattles in. Good ball movement there by the Mule Riders. Resulted in an open 3, 32-28. Back the other way come the Crimson Storm. 1-on-2. A Watt hesitated a little bit. Left it back for Adams, top of the key. Monahan behind the screen from Adams. Right wing. She'll drive all the way in. Threw it up. Got the foul on the Mule Riders. It's going to go on Jessica Jones. That will be her second personal foul. So 2 on Brown, Jones, and Morris for the Mule Riders. So Emily Monahan will shoot 2 free throws. 67% at the line this season. Averaging 13 points per game over her last 7. Shooting nearly 50% with 44 free throw attempts. She missed that one, but she'll have one more.
This is where SNU really needs to capitalize, is that free throw stat, because free throws do win games, and it's a close one right now.
Monahan missed both. SNU 3 of 6 at the line to start the contest. Here's Bright. Top of the key. Left corner, Lindsay. Rise and fire for 3. She got another one. And it's a 1-point game again, 32-31. A Watt. Full head of steam all the way to the basket, and she lays it in. No resistance from the Mule Rider defense. And a Watt now with 8. Bright the other way. Runs over Reether. No call out to Warren. 3-pointer on the way. Back ironed that one. And a foul coming up on the Mule Riders. Lindsay was the one who got to the basketball first, which is a little disconcerting considering she's the shortest person on the court right now. But the foul on Jerica Bell, battling for the loose ball.
Yeah, back to that last possession by SNU. A Watt just taking it coast to coast. That's what you got to do to this SAU defense. Like you mentioned, not very good in the backcourt, especially when they're not settled. So any transition opportunities can get quick buckets for SNU.
Adams hits the first free throw. 12th in the nation. 90% from the line this season. She goes 2 for 2. 3 for 3 today. Had no free throw attempts in 3 of the last 4 games coming into this afternoon. Here's Bright. Backdoor cut for Wilbanks. Blocked by Reether. Her first block of the season. And Reether, with 2 minutes to go before halftime, Monahan left corner, back up top to Reether. Reether skips it over to Jones. Flyby by Jerica Bell. Jones into the paint. Wise little floater there from Peyton Jones, and the junior from Alva with 5 in the lead. Back to 7. Loose ball on the deck. Adams is Adams going to get called for the foul? No, it's going to be on Marley Bright. That was the correct call. At first I thought he was pointing at Adams. He was indicating Adams was the shooter.
Yeah, as did I. That was a little gasp moment there.
So I think one official is trying to determine if it's going to be a player-controlled foul, and I think that's what they are going to review. Lily Smith checking in. So they're reviewing that nobody had possession of the basketball when Bright took out Georgia Adams on the illegal chop block. That'll be 15 yards and an automatic first down on the football field. So that's why there's no free throws here, even though Southern Arkansas is over the foul limit. 1:40 to play first half, 38-31. Reether gives it to a Watt, right wing. Southern Nazarene with the lead. A Watt to the cutting Jones. Left the layup just a little bit short, and Jerica Bell cleans it up. Over to Lindsay, left wing. Warren, left corner for a three, and it's good. And the foul. Cassandra Watt clipped the arm of Kylie Warren, and that's big for the potential 4-point play and for the second foul on Cassandra Watt. Bell and Wilbanks out. Trimmy and Reese back in for SAU.
That's just something that really puts a sting for SNU in this last minute and a half.
Free throws no good by Warren. Here's Peyton Jones. Holding between the circles. The Riders stay in the zone they've been in all afternoon. In a very flexible 2-3 zone to the right elbow, and Lily Smith. She found some space, goes all the way in, blocked by Warren. It's still loose and finally goes out of play. Everybody just kind of stood around there watching that ball just peter out of bounds. Given the pace of this one, Julie, I don't really blame everybody, just taking a 2-second breather.
Well, Adam Collins wasn't happy over there on the sidelines about that last play.
Not sure if I've ever seen him happy. Jones in the corner. And they're going to rule she stepped on the sideline. Looked like she did a good job of keeping on her toes without stepping on the sideline, but the sideline official thought otherwise.
It is another defender.
Under a minute to play first half, 38-34 Southern Nazarene. Here's Lindsay, left wing. Crosses over on Reether. Back outside, Bright. Bright to the foul line. Back to Lindsay, left wing. Here's Reese. Over to Trimmy. Warren drives. Kicks it back to Bright. 8 on the shot clock. Baseball pass over to Lindsay. Now Trimmy, right wing. 3 on the shot clock. Trimmy, fade away from the right elbow is no good. And Reether has the rebound, and a jump ball is the call.
Wow, that is interesting.
That was a very quick jump ball call, and Adam Collins is going to call a timeout. Fresh 20 on the clock for the Mule Riders, who will maintain possession. .7 seconds left in the half. So a little bit of time for SNU after this possession, provided no offensive rebounds or anything.
Where if you're SNU, you really got to hunker down on defense and not allow any open looks, especially beyond the arc. That's where the Mule Riders are comfortable, as we've seen so far.
Crimson Storm shooting 42% in the game. They've missed a lot inside and still have a 24-14 edge in points in the paint this afternoon. That number would probably be closer to a 20-point edge in points in the paint if they had been able to convert on all the layup attempts in the first half. Here's Trimmy to inbound it for the Mule Riders. Gets it into the middle of the paint to Bright. Left corner, Lindsay. Again wide open. She back ironed that one, though. Peyton Jones with the rebound. 20 seconds here for SNU. Reether bounces it over to Smith. 10 seconds. Now Duncan to Adams in the middle of the paint. To the basket. She rolled it in for 2. 15 first half points for Georgia Adams. Bright leaves it back for Warren. That's a backcourt violation, as Warren was not across half court. So SNU is going to have a catch and shoot opportunity with 0.6 seconds to go in the first half. Jones gets it to Reether, sets her feet, fires a 3. It's online, but just short. And that's how the first half comes to an end. 40-34, the Crimson Storm lead Southern Arkansas as we head to the break, and we'll go ahead and keep it here as we're joined by SNU head coach Adam Bohach, the Crimson Storm men and the Mule Rider men, first and second place in the conference standings, coming up on the second part of our doubleheader. And Adam, first off, congratulations on Thursday night's win. Going back to that game, anything else stand out to you beyond our conversation after the game?
You know, I don't think so, Luke. I thought the guys were really locked in and kind of, as we discussed after the game, you know, played really hard and played well together. And I know they're looking forward to today.
I know the tape is what you and your staff study in particular? And numbers aren't everything for sure. Is there ever a time where you maybe look back and think, wow, we held a team to 37 points in a game? Is there ever a time to sit back and appreciate moments like that?
Well, I think, certainly not now, but, the guys know when we've done something well, and so it's not as much about the result of the possession of, were we back, where we said, did we do the things we said we wanted to do, did we compete our tail off, and did we chase after, after they shot it, and you do all those things and you stack them together, and then you just see what it adds up to at the end.
Talking with Mo Wilson after the game, he mentioned just being uncomfortable stepping out into a leadership role because he's a more soft-spoken guy. What sort of character does that take to be able to step out of your comfort zone and lead in a way that's uncomfortable for you like he does?
Mo's as high character as they come, Luke, and we're so blessed with all those seniors being high character guys. And, Mo has played every position on the floor through his time here, and that speaks to, one, his ability and just how versatile he is, and then two, just to his character and being willing to do all those things. And so, Mo's done a great job in leadership this year, and he'll have to be big for us here heading down the stretch.
What sort of lineup flexibility does that give you to have a guy who can truly play all 5 positions?
Yeah, he has, and so it's important for him to know all the spots and be able to guard multiple guys.
Over the last 5 games, your team is averaging a little under 10 turnovers per game, a good stretch there for you guys. I wanted to ask, are all turnovers created equal at the end of the day, or are there turnovers that are, maybe more palatable than others?
Yeah, I don't think any of them are good. We don't look at the number of them as much as it is the percentage of your possessions that end in turnover, right? If you play a whole bunch of possessions, so that number doesn't mean a whole lot. But I do think we have a better awareness and a better understanding of trying to take care of the ball.
Today's opponent, Southern Arkansas, 14-4 this season. They've won their last 4. First-year coach Logan Quinn, what stands out to you about this squad?
They're really, really good, Luke. Coach Quinn and his staff have done a fantastic job. I mean, they are connected and play really, really hard. I think they play really well together, really share it. And lots of guys who can do a bunch of different stuff, and so they'll be a handful today for sure.
For those familiar with the GAC and familiar with Southern Arkansas over the years under Andy Sharp, what differences can we expect today from Logan Quinn's squad?
I'm not sure. They play really hard, and they chase after it on the backboards. This group is really good from the perimeter and can really spread you out and shoot threes. And again, Coach Sharp's teams could do that as well, and so it's just another really good Southern Ark team.
And finally, your keys for this afternoon's contest.
Yeah, we'll have to get back and get our defense set, Luke, and guard these guys with all 5 guys, and try to limit their clean looks from 3 and chase down the first one, and then have to be really connected and together on offense, working together and sharing it to create the best one for our guys.
Well, Adam, thank you so much for your time. Best of luck this afternoon against Southern Arkansas.
Super. Thank you, Luke.
We'll take a quick break, and when we come back, we'll have first half stats and analysis of the first half and get you ready for the second half of action between the Crimson Storm and the Mule Riders. 40-34, Southern Nazarene with the lead over Southern Arkansas. We'll be back in a little bit. Welcome back to the Sawyer Center. 40-34, Southern Nazarene with the lead over Southern Arkansas. And Julia, it was as fast-paced as we expected. The numbers maybe a little surprising in the first half, but still the Crimson Storm lead and for the most part have handled Southern Arkansas's pressure and just relentless energy pretty well in the first half.
Yeah, I would agree, but I do think handling the three-pointers put on by the Mule Riders could be a little bit better. They're 6 for 10, shooting right at 60% from the field, and that's something they love to do. They're comfortable with that, and we've seen from the stats that the three-pointers are their bread and butter. So I feel like going into this next half, really limiting those three-point opportunities will give SNU some cushion the rest of the way.
Crimson Storm shooting just 42% from the field. They've shot 11 more field goals than Southern Arkansas in the first half. The Mule Riders shooting 52% in addition to that 6 of 10 mark from three-point range. So that's definitely something that Trent May's not going to be pleased about on either side. SNU 8 of 19 in each quarter thus far. The Crimson Storm missed a lot of shots inside. They grabbed 9 offensive rebounds in the first half, but just 7 second-chance points to show for it. SNU, though, dominating in the turnover category. The Mule Riders 14 turnovers, just 7 for SNU, and that's led to a 19-4 edge for SNU in points off turnovers. The Mule Riders are the ones who came in averaging nearly 10 more field goal attempts per game than their opponents, thanks to 15 offensive rebounds per game and those 24 turnovers forced per game. But so far it's SNU who's turned the tables from that standpoint, Julia.
Yeah, I do think SNU came into this game with their heads held high, looking to get another win. I think they've been doing a great job thus far. The score is a little closer than I think a lot of people expected, especially since the record does show that Southern Ark is lower in the standings than other teams that Southern Nazarene has played thus far. But SNU's defense prevailing, as it has time and time again, forcing a lot of turnovers, getting a lot of tips, steals. Just good defense so far.
Running through the rest of the numbers, SNU 3 of 8 from three-point range and 5 of 8 from the foul line. The Mule Riders 6 of 10 from 3, 0 of 2 from the foul line. 15 points, 4 rebounds for Georgia Adams in the first half. She was everywhere, doing a lot of good things for SNU. 8 points for Cassandra Watt, along with 4 rebounds, 4 points, 4 assists for Emily Monahan. 8 points for Hannah Giddy. Just 8 minutes of action as she picked up 2 fouls in the first quarter. And 5 points off the bench for Peyton Jones, rounding out the scoring for SNU. 9 points for Michaela Lindsay, all coming by way of the three-point line. 2 points for Brooklyn Brown. She picked up 2 fouls early. 3 for Jessica Jones, also with 2 fouls. 8 points for Diamond Morris, who played just 12 minutes in the first half with 2 fouls. 2 points for Braden Hill. 8 points for Kylie Warren off the bench, and 2 points for Addie Trimmy for the Mule Riders. And that rounds out the scoring for both squads. SNU without Lexi Ream today, out with an injury, which is an unfortunate thing. She, had put up career highs on last Saturday and on Monday, but she is out for today's game. Would be a nice lift, and seems every time that Lexi starts to hit her stride, an injury pops up, unfortunately for her, but hopefully SNU will get her back soon for next week's trip to Arkadelphia. Speaking of Arkadelphia, halftime scores from around the conference. Henderson State leads Southeastern 29-25 at halftime. Oklahoma Baptist leads 31-26 against Arkansas Monticello. 32-28 at halftime. Arkansas Tech leads Northwestern. Harding bouncing back mightily from their loss on Thursday at Northwestern, crushing Southwestern right now 43-18 at the break. And over in Ada, a tight score, 32 apiece between Ouachita Baptist and East Central. So a lot of tight games around the conference here this afternoon. That's 5 games with a 6-point margin or less, and then whatever is happening in Weatherford as Harding leads 43-18 over the Bulldogs. Julie, as we get ready for the second half, what does SNU need to do besides make layups?
That was exactly what I was going to suggest, is just capitalizing on those layup opportunities and those points inside. I know SNU has, I believe that's 26 points in the paint so far, so could definitely be a lot more if they capitalize on those opportunities. But I think that might be it on the offensive end, and defense still continue to do the things they know how to do and force turnovers. Just play good, solid defense. And I would hope that Coach May is preaching the three-point opportunities to be limited for the Mule Riders this second half.
Just 10 attempts for the Mule Riders in the first half. Again, they averaged 38 per game. They've shot 679 coming into today's game. More than 90 more than the next closest team nationally. And they've shot at least 54 times in a game this season, which is pretty incredible to think about. It'll be SNU basketball moving left to right in the second half as we get things started. Here on the sideline right below us, Georgia Adams to inbound it to Lauren Reether. Starters back out there for both squads. Lindsay, Brown, Morris, Hill, and Jones out there for the Mule Riders. Here's a Watt top of the key to Adams. A Watt looking for help. Tried to go down low to Giddy. Threw it right to Braden Hill instead. Hill out on the break to Diamond Morris, and an easy layup for the senior Diamond Morris.
Second half kind of started the way the first half did, just very quick basketball.
Monahan dribbles into the corner, gets it down low to Giddy, spins away from the shorter Hill and puts it in with the left hand. Nice footwork there by Hannah Giddy, and she goes into double figures with 10 points. Here's Hill on the block with Monahan, forced it up, off the back iron, no good. A Watt controls the carom for SNU. You
can see they have Michaela Lindsay dropping down on Giddy when the ball gets swung. Don't want her to get any good passes to her teammates from there.
Left baseline, Georgia Adams. The jumper is short. Offensive rebound, Hannah Giddy. Back out top to Adams. Monahan now with it. Skip pass in the left corner of Watt. She'll pull the trigger for three. Hits good. Cassandra Watt with her first triple of the game. She just 3 of 11 from 3 in January coming into this afternoon. And it's 45-36. SNU's led by as many as 10. Jessica Jones to answer out top, and she does. Monahan and Reether working it together in the backcourt. Reether going to have to hurry. She does not get it across in time. Lack of awareness there by the Crimson Storm.
Yeah, that's something that Coach May is not fond of, is lack of awareness. I mean, sometimes you can't help certain plays, but that one you certainly do have the ability to counter. You can see the look on his face on the sideline, not too pleased.
Hill out near half court. 2 minutes gone by. Third quarter, 45-39, Southern Nazarene. Hannah Giddy got her hand in the passing lane there as Hill was looking for Morris. Goes out of bounds back near midcourt. Jones will inbound for the Mule Riders. Back to Hill, the junior from Midland, Texas. Morris at the left elbow, faces up. Outside Jones, wide open three is on the way in, good. So the Mule Riders now 8 for 12 from deep. And the lead down to 3. Here's Giddy into the paint, looking for help, finds Monahan down low, a pump fake and a layup for the Crimson Storm senior. Here's Hill, right wing, dashes into the paint, looked like she shuffled her feet, definitely lifted her pivot foot off the ground, but she puts in the baby hook for 2. It's 47-44. Reether, cross half court. Hemmed in on the sideline, splits the double team. Down low, too low with the pass to Monahan on the right block. He goes through her legs and out of bounds. 9th turnover for the Crimson Storm. 47-44, 7:04 to go. Third quarter.
So that's just 2 turnovers this quarter so far. Going to try to look to limit that.
And that pass deflected, stolen by Watt. Nice lead pass ahead for Monahan. She'll take it all the way in. Leading into the foul. Marley Bright can't believe it. It looked like Bright held up and didn't touch her at all, to be frank. But the baseline official got in position and called the foul on Bright, her second. And Emily Monahan at the line to complete the three-point play.
Looked like she initiated, like she wanted to lead a limb out, but she didn't touch her, looks like from up here at least.
We'll take it. Monahan hits the free throw, and quickly back the other way come the Mule Riders. Addie Trimmy in there as well. Looked like she got away with a carry. Gets it to Warren between the circles. Warren looking for help. Tried to go to Lindsay, who went on the back cut. And then Warren threw it out of bounds, and Warren will head back to the bench for Jessica Jones.
Looks like SAU is still going to extend that pressure.
Adams, skip pass over to Monahan, and shot clock did not start. Watt gets the inbounds back and gives it to Adams. Left corner, Monahan. Back to Adams. Skip pass to Reether in the right corner. Tried to go down low to Giddy, but Marley Bright dashed into the passing lane with a nice interception. Up top, Jessica Jones. Free for three, and she got it. Jessica Jones now 4 of 5 from three-point range. Shoots 35%. But it hit 39 coming into the afternoon. 50-47, Southern Nazarene. We're under 6 minutes to go, third quarter. Monahan hands to Reether. Over to a Watt left side. A Watt trying to go to Giddy, and it's deflected out of bounds. A lot of Mule Rider hands in that passing lane. Lindsay will check out. Brooklyn Brown back in. A lot of freshmen out there for the Mule Riders today in general. Bright and Brown are freshmen out there on the court now. Adams on the left baseline, found a cutting Giddy, and the layup is good. Nice look from Adams. Bright quickly back the other way to Morris, left elbow. Squares up and hits. Shots falling at a torrid pace in the second half. A foul coming up on SAU. It's going to go on Morris, and that'll be number 3 on Diamond Morris. Georgia Adams will check out for a breather. Peyton Jones back into the contest. Adams seems to be in some pain over there on the SNU bench.
And that's not a sight we want to see, but luckily Peyton Jones is in, hoping to bring some life back into this SNU offense.
Here's Giddy at the left elbow. Drives on Jones. Fading. Hook shot. Too strong. Brown has the rebound. Mule Riders can tie with a 3. Trimmy on the left baseline. Back up top, Warren. Straight away. Deep 3 on the way. It's off the iron. No good. Jones up high for her 4th rebound of the afternoon. Here's Giddy. Got by Warren. Off the glass and good. Warren gambled on the high side. Great entry pass. Here's Jones. Steps into a quick 3. Got it! And the foul coming up on Hannah Giddy. It's going to be her 3rd. She claims she didn't touch her. And that's going to send us to our media timeout. 4:40 to play, third quarter. 54-52. Southern Nazarene with the lead. We'll take time and be back on the other side of this break. Welcome back to the Sawyer Center. 4:40 to play, third quarter. Jessica Jones at the line for a 4-point play opportunity. The second opportunity thus far this afternoon for the Mule Riders. Kylie Warren had one in the first half. She missed the free throw. Jones does not miss the free throw. She's got 13. Or excuse me, that makes 16 for Jessica Jones. 4:34 to play, third quarter. Double team comes on Peyton Jones below us. Monahan gets it now. The right wing. She's bumped and fouled by Warren. A Watt to trigger it in. Gets it to Monahan. Here's Hannah Duncan into the game for Giddy, who picked up her third foul before the timeout. Monahan swings it out. Peyton Jones, left wing three. It's on the way. It's long. A Watt is going to be fouled going for the rebound. So it'll stay here for S&U. Foul's going to be on Jessica Jones, and that'll be her third. So now Morris and Jessica Jones each with 3 personal fouls.
I'm glad the ref caught that, because before I was looking and Cass was having her hand pulled throughout that entire possession down low.
Monahan on the inbounds, gets it to Reether, top of the key. Hands to a Watt. Back to Peyton Jones, 10 on the shot clock. Duncan at the left elbow. The freshman driving to the right block. It's going to be knocked out of play by Hill. 5 on the shot clock. A Watt and Peyton Jones both ended up in the right corner. Five on the clock. Jones knocked away by Reese. Jones will do it again. No time came off on the shot clock. Jones gets it to Monahan. Monahan, nice fake over to Reether. Reether, pump fake, fires a 3 at the shot clock buzzer. It's short. Brown with the rebound. Here's Hill. Chance for the lead for the Mule Riders. Back to Warren. Brooklyn Brown, 3-pointer on the way. It's good. And Southern Arkansas is taking a 56-54 lead. Up ahead to Duncan. Back to a Watt. Diving to the lane, too strong on the layup. It hit the back iron, and a foul coming up on S&U. It's going to be on Monahan. That'll be her first. Second team foul on the Crimson Storm in the quarter.
I know we mentioned that S&U is limiting 3-point attempts from the Mule Riders, but those 3-point attempts that Southern Arkansas is getting, they're knocking them down. They're now 10 for 15 from deep.
Hannah Giddy back to the scorer's table with 3:22 to go, third quarter. Here's Trimmy behind the screen. Looking down low, a Watt with the deflection. Trimmy gets it back. Finds a cutting Reese. Pulls up from the foul line. Banked it too hard. Reese got her own rebound. Looking for help. Sends it back up top to Hill. Hill knifing to the basket. Euro step into the paint. No good. Duncan with a nice job tipping the rebound to herself for S&U. Reether across half court. In the left corner, Monahan tried to get it to Duncan. And now Reese committed the foul, kind of a loose ball situation there. That'll be the second on Reese. Hill will check out. Marley Bright back in. That'll be the 5th foul on the Mule Riders in the quarter, so that will send Emily Monahan to the free throw line for 2.
Now that you have Giddy back in the contest, they can really use that good Crimson Storm offense where she's at the top of the key and they're able to play off of her, get good looks down low and from the outside.
Monahan hits the first. She's got 10 along with 6 assists this afternoon. Second one off the back iron, no good. And Bright has the rebound. Long lead pass ahead for Trimmy on the left wing. Here's Warren. Back to Brown. Brown diving down the lane, scoots around a Watt, and lays it in for 2. 58-55, Mule Riders. Monahan across the timeline to the left block, back to a Watt left wing. A Watt down low to Giddy. Giddy, double team. Bright came in and tied her up And that's going to be a turnover. 12th of the afternoon for SNU. As Bright came across the paint and got the jump ball. Michaela Lindsay back in for Southern Arkansas. Addie Trimmy checks out. Georgia Adams getting a knee brace on that right knee. She's had a heating pad on it as well. And a timeout called by Adam Collins with 2:21 to go in the third quarter. 58-55, Southern Arkansas with the lead. We'll take time as well and be back after these messages. (58-55), Southern Arkansas with the lead on the road in Bethany. Crimson Storm needing to rally the Mule Riders. Shooting over 60% in the third quarter with 5 made threes. They've made 10 over the course of the second and third quarters to really stay in this one after SNU had an opportunity early in the first quarter to really put some big distance, but we're unable to do it. Back cut for Brooklyn Brown. Monahan tried to slide over, and Brown put it in off the glass, and the foul coming up on Monahan. What a play by the freshman Brooklyn Brown. That was a huge collision down low. Not even sure how she was able to put that one up, but she did, and it went in.
Yeah, Monahan just a step too late on the backside, trying to get that charge call. Just a little bit too late and couldn't get it done.
Brown hits the free throw. The lead is 6. It's the biggest of the afternoon for the Mule Riders. Nefer Leon checks in for Lauren Reether. And Georgia Adams being worked on over on the SNU sideline. Left side, Leon on the wing. Now the right wing, a Watt. Giddy flashes into the paint, finds a wide open Leon, blocked from behind by Brown. Here comes Braden Hill, leaves it back for Warren. Warren drives down the right side of the lane, circles back around, left corner Lindsay, wide open three on the way is good. And the Southern Arc bench loving what they're seeing. They're up by 9. And a travel on Nefer Leon. 64-55. Southern Arkansas, they shoot a lot of threes, but they are making it rain here in the Sawyer Center this afternoon. 12 of 17 from deep this afternoon so far. Here's Lindsay to Reese. Right wing to Brown. Brown back to Warren, top of the key. 12 on the shot clock for Braden Hill. She'll drive to the left block, skip past Lindsay. Wide open again from her own bench. In and out, no good. Reese to the offensive rebound, blocked from behind by Giddy. And Monahan has it, saves it to Jones as Monahan falls in the front row of bleachers. Leon to a Watt on the right wing. Who's going to step up for SNU? Under a minute to go, third quarter. Giddy. Outside left corner, Leon, three-pointer on the way. It's no good. Rebound fought for. A Watt saves it. And it's going to be SNU basketball. It's official ruled that Reese touched it while they were both out of bounds. So 20 on the shot clock for SNU, 43 seconds to go, third quarter. Brown will check out. Addie Trimmy back in.
This is a great opportunity for SNU right now to change the momentum.
The pass is wide of Monahan, and it goes out of play.
Spoke a little too soon. But now they're back on defense, looking to apply a little bit of pressure.
Officials at the scores table believe resetting the clock, perhaps. Lily Smith and Lauren Reether back in. Leone and Awatt will check out. 42.7 seconds to play third quarter. Southern Nazarene trails by 9, 64-55. Mule Riders on a 17-3 run over the last 5+ minutes. Here's Hill out top. Jerica Bell out there for the Mule Riders right now. And that is an illegal screen on Jerica Bell. The far side, or the near side official did not make the call. The far side official did. Trent May nearly lost his mind on that. That'll be her second personal foul and the 5th on the Mule Riders. 25 seconds to go third quarter. SNU needs a good look at the basket. Here trailing by 9.
This will be the last possession of the ball game, hopefully, for SNU. Excuse me, for the quarter.
Mule Riders have put up a 30 spot here in the period. Peyton Jones to Monahan on the right baseline. Crowded. Now she's in trouble. Forces it into Giddy. Giddy spins away. Right block too strong. Loose ball on the deck. SNU forces the tie up with 1.2 seconds to go in the period. SNU will have a catch and shoot opportunity. 64-55. Jerica Bell racing back in for Trimmy to guard the lob to Giddy. Peyton Jones will be the inbounder. Jones looking for help. Finds it in Monahan, forced it up, and it rolled off at the buzzer. Left it just a little bit short. And that's how the third quarter comes to an end. The conference leader on the ropes in Bethany, trailing by 9 as we head to the fourth quarter. And the Crimson Storm rally, we'll find out after this break.
My name is Danny Thomason, and I am the Director of Intercollegiate Athletics here at Southern Nazarene University. We are so glad that you've joined us for one of our live stream productions of one of our incredible sports teams. You know, when I came to school here back in 1989, a long time ago, there were untold numbers of people that supported me, invested into me, really loved me. And that's exactly what we're still trying to do today with SNU Athletics. We've got a great, tremendous group of coaches, assistant coaches, and GAs and support staff that will love and support and invest into the potential student athletes that choose to come here. We would love for your daughter, your son, your granddaughter, or your grandson to be one of those people. Go to snuathletics.com, snuathletics.com, send me an email, and we'll get someone in touch with you. God bless, and have a great evening.
Otwelcome back to the Sawyer Center. Cassandra Watt, the senior, and impassioned talk with the other four members on the court as SNU heads into the fourth quarter, trailing by 9, 64-55. Would appear Georgia Adams is done for the day, getting her right knee wrapped right now. Lindsay, an offensive foul right out of the gate drawn by Lauren Reether. She got into the lap of Lindsay, and Lindsay ran her over trying to get free. That'll be the second foul on Michaela Lindsay. Here come the Crimson Storm.
The Sawyer's ignited. The fans are ignited. This is where the #1 team in the GAC right now really needs to turn the tables.
Reether up top. Left wing to a Watt. 13 on the shot clock. In the right corner, Peyton Jones. She's open for three. It's good! Peyton Jones with 8. Is this the game where the junior breaks out? Here's Hill on the right wing. She'll drive. Create some space on Monahan and goes off glass for 2. Great drive there by the junior Braden Hill. 66-58. SNU can't afford to get into a basket exchange. Monahan's going to have to hurry. Fires it up ahead. Watt got it just barely. Here's Peyton Jones. Pulls up from 15. It's good! Peyton Jones back-to-back baskets. The lead back down to 6. Just a minute gone by in the fourth. Hill into the paint. Monahan rejected it. Got it back. Blocked again, but a foul.
Such an unfortunate call on Monahan. Just great defense down low, rejecting that SAU bucket. A little too much contact.
That's the third on Hill. So a foul each way on the two squads to start the fourth. Hill just a 54% foul shooter this season. First one on the way is no good. Hill's second is good. 67-60. Bright back in, Hill out. Here's Monahan in the front court, pestered by Lindsay. Right side, Jones. Right corner, Reether. Trying to get it down low to Giddy. They do. Giddy skip past to Monahan. Left wing, 3 on the way, in and out, no good. Giddy was held down low, and they're going to get the foul on Southern Arkansas. That was a correct call. It's going to be on Jessica Jones. That'll be number 4 on Jessica Jones. And Warren will check back in for the Mule Riders. 8:31 to play, 67-60. Southern Nazarene trailing Southern Arkansas. Jones triggers it in, gets it into a Watt, forced it up through contact, missed it. And Bright has the rebound for the Mule Riders. Bright into the front court, picks up her dribble, leaves it back for Warren between the circles. Warren picks up her dribble now. She's in trouble, looking for help from someone, somewhere. Gets it to Brown in front of her own bench. Brown, open 3. It's on the way. It's short this time. And a Watt has the rebound. A Watt. Long lead pass for Monahan. Monahan all the way in, off the glass, it rolls in this time. And finally one that hung on the lip falls for the Crimson Storm, and it's a 5-point lead with 8 to go.
Yeah, SNU having trouble getting those buckets to fall, but right now, everything going their way.
Warren had it knocked away by Reether, and Jones with the steal. Jones gives it to a Watt. A Watt finds the trailing Giddy, off the glass and good. Timeout, Mule Riders. It's a one-possession game. Less than 2.5 minutes into the quarter, the Crimson Storm trail by 3, 67-64. We'll take time and be back after this break.
Obviously, it's
Welcome back to the Sawyer Center, 67-64. Southern Arkansas with the lead. The run is 9-3 for SNU. We've whittled 6 points off a 9-point third quarter deficit. Here's Bright across the timeline. Monahan right in her hip pocket. Gives it to Diamond Morris at the left elbow. Morris outside for Warren. Peyton Jones with a deflection, and it's out of bounds off Southern Arkansas. Peyton Jones, 10 points this afternoon, 4 rebounds. And it is great to see the light coming back on for Peyton Jones, who has struggled from the field this season after just a breakout freshman campaign. Missed last year with the shoulder injury. And now stepping up when SNU needs her most. Left wing Reether, 17 on the shot clock. Up top to Awatt. Awatt in the paint to Giddy, outside to Jones. Pass a little bit too high for Giddy on the right baseline. Turnover for the Crimson Storm, their 15th of the afternoon. SNU's handled the Southern Arkansas pressure fine this afternoon. The defense has been what's been left wanting. Here's Morris, top of the foul circle. Looking for a cutter, nobody there. She'll go at Giddy, spins away from her, blocked by Giddy, and Giddy saves it to Awatt. Awatt over to Jones, running the right sideline. Jones looking for help, back up top, Monahan. 6:40 to play. Pass for Awatt, Morris nearly jumped it. Awatt looking for help. Back to Monahan, top of the key. Monahan, pump fake, drives, stops, back to Reether. Over to Awatt, left side. Creates some space, down low to Giddy. Giddy to Monahan, right wing three, on the way, in and out, no good. Giddy tried to tip it to a teammate, but Brooklyn Brown got in the way. Here's Hill for the Mule Riders. Leaves it back for Warren between the circles. Back to Hill, left side. 6:10 to play, plenty of time. It's just a 3-point deficit. Hill holding out top, 14 on the shot clock. Here's Morris, top of the key, guarded by Giddy. She's got 3 fouls. Hill driving downhill, skips to Brown, top of the key. Morris, wide open three is in and out, no good. And Awatt has the rebound for SNU. Here's Monahan, dashing into the front court, behind the back dribble. Finds Reether on the left baseline. She drives, right corner Jones, into the paint. She goes. A lot of contact there between her and Warren as she missed the shot. Brown has the rebound. It's loose, and SNU ties her up. It'll be SNU ball. 5:34 to play. SNU basketball down by 3. Addie Trimmy back in for Brooklyn Brown.
So what a comeback by SNU. Down 64-55 after that third quarter. Bring it back within 3.
Here's Reether to trigger it in. Gets it to Jones. Right wing three. She's wide open. And too strong on the 3. And Warren has the rebound. Man, that was a good look from Peyton. Hill dashing into the front court. Down low for Trimmy. Awatt with the interception. Here's Reether across the timeline. Awatt down low to Giddy. Off the glass and good. It's a 1-point game. Put it in over Hill. 67-66. 5 minutes to play. Hill to the left side. Now Morris, top of the key. To Lindsay, left corner 3. She's wide open. That one's short all the way. Good box out by Giddy. That's the 4th foul on Diamond Morris.
Such the correct call right there.
And that will take us to our under 5 timeout. If we take it. I guess we're not going to take it. It's been the second straight game where we have not taken the under 5 timeout.
It's more like
at the first stoppage under 5 minutes. I'm not really sure what's happening.
It's like under 4:15 timeout.
67-66. SNU into the front court. Giddy on the right block. Giddy finds the cutting of one. The layup is good, and SNU back on the high side. 68-67. Here's Hill. Drives past Jones and a bump and a foul. Foul's coming up on Jones. That'll be her 3rd. And that was a A little bit of a mismatch there. Jones has been sticking with Brown, and Hill a little bit of more of a speed option. So defensive assignments there for SNU. It's just the second team foul for SNU in the period. Inbounds comes to Lindsay. Over to Braden Hill, right wing. SNU leads 68-67. Here's Hill. Pass deflected and tipped away by a Watt. No, it's going to be off Lindsay out of play. Looked like that went off a Watt on that second tip. But the official said Lindsay got a hand in there. He had a better vantage point than I did. So SNU playing with the lead with 4:20 to go. Still a lot of time left both ways. Reether has to get it across. Does to a Watt, just barely. A Watt, right wing to Monahan. Monahan, 15 on the shot clock. To Reether, top of the key. Outside Giddy, down low to a Watt, but Hill slipped over and got the steal. Here's Braden Hill, bounces it over to Brooklyn Brown. Layup is good, and the Mule Riders back on top, 3:50 to play. 69-68. Excellent fast break run there by Southern Arkansas. Monahan across the timeline. Still tons of time left, just a 1-point deficit for SNU. Monahan, right wing, looking for help. Right corner, Giddy. Back to Monahan. Monahan dumps it to Jones. Pulls up from the GSC logo at short. Got her own miss. Forced it up. She's fouled. Peyton Jones going to the line for free throws. Foul's going to be on Hill, her second. She'll check out. Marley Bright back in for the Mule Riders.
How does that saying go? Keep on keeping on. Just continue to be aggressive down low. Excellent job by Peyton Jones right there.
First free throw up and good for Jones. The conference's 7th leading free throw shooter, 84%. Just one attempt over her last 3 games coming into today, and that first one ties us up at 69, and the second gives SNU a 1-point lead. Timeout, Trent May. 70-69, Southern Nazarene with the lead, 3:22 to go. We'll take time and be back after this break. This is SNU basketball. (70-69). The Crimson Storm leading Southern Arkansas. They trailed by 9 at the end of 3. They've outscored the Mule Riders 15-5 in the final period thus far. Julia, this is the first time SNU's really been pushed at home, and they have responded. With Georgia Adams on the bench, out for the rest of this one. They have responded in a big way. Here's Trimmy at the right elbow. Still tons of time, though, for both teams. Bright at the right wing. Is it to Jessica Jones. Jones with Giddy right in her face. Jones crosses over into the paint. Around her with the left hand. A nice move by Jessica Jones, the senior from Queen City, Texas. Now with 18 points and gives Southern Arkansas the lead back at 71-70. Reether, skip pass to Monahan, right wing. Back to a Watt between the circles. 18 on the shot clock for the Crimson Storm. Left corner to Reether. Reether up top to Jones. To Giddy across the paint. Quick shot, too strong. Marley Bright the rebound. Bright got around a couple defenders. Right wing Brooklyn Brown sets her feet. Fires a three. It's good. Quick transition three for the Mule Riders. The lead is 4 with 2:20 to play.
I believe that's the Mule Riders' first 3 of this quarter. SNU held them to 0 for 3. Now that'll be 1 for 4.
Here's Giddy surveying the defense at the foul line, looking for help. Gives it to Reether, sets her feet, left wing 3 to respond. It's off the iron, no good. Brown tracks down the rebound. She's triple teamed, and SNU's got to get back. Here's Bright across half court. And the Mule Riders will slow it down under 2 minutes to play, leading by 4, 74-70. SNU with just 2 team fouls. So it'll be a minute before the Mule Riders are shooting free throws. Bright behind the back at the foul line, kicks it out to Trimmy, left corner 3 from Lindsay on the way. It's short. A Watt up high for the rebound. Here comes SNU, 1:30 to play. SNU's got time, but they need to move with urgency. Reether, left elbow Giddy, back to Reether. Reether drives, back outside Monahan. Down low to Giddy. Giddy, 1:20 to go, 13 on the shot clock. Giddy, triple team, finds a Watt, off the glass, it falls! Counted on the basket! Fouls going on Addie Trimmy. It'll be the 5th team foul on the Mule Riders, and Cassandra Watt to the line to make it a 1-point game. Bright, Trimmy, and Jones out for Southern Arkansas. Morris, Warren, and Hill back in. 1:17 to play, 74-72 Southern Arkansas.
We talk about how crafty Cassandra Watt is with the basketball, and it's times like this where that craftiness matters most, and she got it to go.
Watt extends, too strong. Giddy tips the rebound out. Jones tracks it down. Jones down to Giddy, right baseline. Skip pass, a Watt. Into the paint, Giddy. Bounce pass to Reether on the cut. We're tied. 74 apiece, a minute to play. Hill, right wing. Now between the circles. The junior trying to get it to Morris. Morris comes out to get it left wing. Guarded by Giddy. Morris goes right side. She'll start her drive. Kicks it out to Lindsay in the left corner. 5 on the shot clock for Lindsay. Lindsay trying to get free of Reether all the way in. Too strong. Giddy has the rebound. And SNU will advance it into the front court. Trent May got the timeout before anybody moved, and SNU will have the final shot to win it with 29 seconds to play. Julia Watt hustle from Hannah Giddy on the missed free throw by a Watt. Just a couple tips. You got to risk that over the back foul in that situation when it's desperation time. Was able to do it without a foul. And what a job there, finding Lauren Reether on the cut to tie it up. And SNU with an opportunity to win it in regulation. 74 apiece. 29 seconds to play. And Julia, what do you draw up here?
I mean, there's been a lot of moments like these when I played, and then just watching this team. You know, do you want a quick 2 to win it? Do you want a 3 from your best three-point shooter out there on the floor? There's lots of things Coach May could draw up right now, but in my mind, you want to play off of Hannah Giddy. Her passing ability has been astonishing this entire season, and we've seen it these last few possessions. And if they can get the ball to her, play off of her and get a good back cut, even a front cut, it's things like that that'll put the Storm in good position these last 29 seconds.
SNU didn't get the shots to fall to win it against Fort Hays and against Washburn earlier this season. Reether finds an opening, lost the basketball. Giddy got it back, and a timeout called by Trent May to save the possession. Reether saw an opening and took it straight to the basket. Trent May was wanting to run the clock to 0, but SNU will use their last timeout, save the possession, and reset a little bit. So SNU had shots to tie down 2 against Fort Hays and Washburn in the non-conference. Didn't get those to fall. Didn't get the shot to win it in regulation against Arkansas Tech earlier this month, but did get the win in overtime. SNU needing to take a deep breath, take their time. 22 on the shot clock, 23 on the game clock. 1 timeout for Southern Arkansas is all that remains from that standpoint. SNU will inbound on the left baseline. It'll be Reether to trigger it in. Priority is just to get it in right now. Reether looking for help. Lobs it up top. Jones comes to get it. It's deflected into the backcourt. Monahan has it. A foul! Monahan is decked, and she's down. Slow to get up. And she's going to take her time getting up. And she seems to be in some considerable pain.
Got all 5 teammates around her trying to figure out what seems to be the problem, but she's walking it off, heading to the free throw line.
So the foul on Marley Bright, her third. 20.6 seconds to go. And Emily Monahan at the line for 2 free throws, trying to give SNU the lead. This does mean Southern Arkansas likely to get the last shot of the game. Monahan's first free throw is no good. SNU 9 of 15 at the foul line today. Monahan extends for her second. It's good. And Adam Collins takes time. Be a full timeout. So Julia, SNU just needing to hunker down and get 1 stop, leading 75-74. No timeouts either way. Everybody in for the Mule Riders.
This is the
Looks like it'll be Morris, Lindsay, Warren, Jones. I can't tell who the 5th one is. It's Brown in the huddle.
It's the most important possession of the ball game right here. And SNU, notable for their defense, have done a great job these last few possessions.
All right, strategically, are you switching everything here? Or are you sticking with whatever, basically whatever works?
Usually I'd say switch, but I've seen numerous times before switching, somebody gets caught sleeping, and with a team like this that can knock down 3-pointers as well as Southern Ark can, it's best you do full-on man-to-man, smart man-to-man, I should say.
Monahan, Reether, Giddy, Awatt, and Peyton Jones, the 5 out there for SNU, trying to thwart the Mule Riders' upset bid. 20.6 seconds remaining. It's Lindsay, Warren, Morris, Brown, and Jones for Southern Arkansas. No timeouts. Either way, entry pass comes to Diamond Morris between the circles. Giddy playing very close here with 15 seconds to go. Morris picks up her dribble, trying to go for Warren. Peyton Jones comes in, got knocked. Good, no call there. Morris driving into the paint, scoops around Jones. It's no good. Loose ball on the deck. Watt's got it, and she outraces the defense. SNU is going to win. The Crimson Storm win. The Crimson Storm remain on top in the Great American Conference with a stirring comeback win over Southern Arkansas. A lot of contact down low on that last play there, Julia, but the officials kept the whistles clean. If you're Southern Arkansas, you're certainly screaming for a foul there. But there was none, and that's all that matters at the end of the day, as SNU gets the 75-74 win over Southern Arkansas this afternoon to extend the win streak to 5 and move to 12-1 in conference play. What a comeback, what a game, and what a finish, Julia.
You know, it's moments like these where sometimes you almost want it to be a close game because it's so exciting. A lot of times you just want to win by double digits, get it over with, and the Storm have proved time and time again that they can beat teams by a lot. But these are wins that mean more than anything. And it feels so good in here right now. I can't explain anything else.
Running through the final numbers, 44% shooting for SNU. They shot 50% in the fourth quarter. They were 5 of 17 from three-point range, 10 of 16 at the foul line. But it was the defense that got the job done today. 53% shooting for the Mule Riders. They were 13 of 23 from three-point range, 3 of 6 from the free throw line, but Julia held to 10 points in the fourth quarter, 36% shooting. And SNU forced 22 turnovers today and turned those into 26 points. And ultimately, it was the turnovers in the fourth quarter and just the outstanding defense. And what a mental rally. You give up 30 in the third and come back and give up just 10 in the fourth to get the win.
Defense always win games. I've heard Coach May say that time and time again. There's lots of things I've heard him say, but that's something that's always stuck in my mind is defense wins games. And when you hold a team that you allow to score 30 points in that third quarter and then turn around, ramp up the defense, and only give them 10, that'll put you in the win column all day.
SNU 17 offensive rebounds today. They held the Mule Riders to just 6. Of course, always difficult to get offensive rebounds if you're making your shots. But SNU turned those into 14 second chance points. They dominated in the paint today, 48-30 in the paint. Looking at the numbers individually, Hannah Giddy, 18 points, 6 rebounds, 5 assists to lead SNU. 15 points, 9 rebounds, 4 assists for Cassandra Watt. Georgia Adams had 15 points before going out with injury. 13 points, 6 assists for Emily Monahan. 2 points, 3 steals for Lauren Reether. 12 points, 6 rebounds for Peyton Jones. 7 of those coming in the key fourth quarter. Just an outstanding rally for SNU this afternoon, and good to see Peyton Jones getting back on top of things here. 18 points for Jessica Jones, 15 for Brooklyn Brown, 12 for Michaela Lindsay and Diamond Morris, 8 for Kylie Warren, and 2 for Addie Trimming. So that's going to round out the numbers for you. When we come back, we'll have Peyton Jones up here with us, along with SNU head coach Trent May. The Crimson Storm win it today, 75-74 in stirring comeback fashion. Don't go anywhere. We'll be back with our postgame show after this. Welcome back to the Sawyer Center. This Crimson Storm get the comeback win today, 75-74 over Southern Arkansas. We're joined by junior Peyton Jones, 12 points today, including 7 in that key fourth quarter. And Peyton, what a game today across the board. What was it like out there?
It was intense. One thing is that we never gave up whenever it started. When they kept hitting those shots, I mean, it seemed like they couldn't miss. But we just kept going, and we just didn't give up.
You guys have won 11 games by double digits this season. One of the few times you've been pushed, especially here at home. What was it like getting into that situation here at home for the first time this season?
It was just nice to have that competition. I mean, they're a really good team, and lately it's been hard to find those teams that can really push us to our limits. And so it was a good idea just to see how we could respond to a good team like that.
And what is from a basketball standpoint, what does a win like this, the emotional high that comes from that, the grittiness that it takes to come back, what does that do for your team's confidence?
It just boosts it to like a whole nother level. Georgia got hurt towards the end, and that for me, I knew I needed to step up for our team and just show that we all have confidence and that we all can do those things. And just keep doing us.
And speaking of you, it's been a long journey for you the past year and a half. What's that journey been like, and how were you able to dig deep today?
It's been hard, but I try not to think about it and just go out there and be me, and I build confidence in practice and know that I can do anything. So just move on to the next day and I'll be fine. So yeah.
Good to see the ball go through the basket a few times as well. I'd imagine that doesn't hurt either. Going forward, you're back on the road next week. How do you carry over the emotions and the lessons learned from today without just living exclusively on the emotions of it?
We just got to forget about today. I mean, today was a good win, but we always say the past is the past and the future is our next step. So we just have to go into next week with a different mindset and just take care of business and get 2 more dubs.
Well, Peyton, congratulations on the win and your performance, and we'll look forward to seeing what y'all do in Arkadelphia next week.
Thank you.
We'll be back with Trent May right after this. Welcome back to the Sawyer Center. We're joined by a jubilant Trent May after that 75-74 win. And Trent, man, what a game.
How about that Crimson Storm team, man? If you don't love girls basketball, there's something wrong with you. You got to find a pulse. That was electric, man. I just told the girls in the locker room, and that for me was better than Saturday, because that's full display of their character, how hard they fight, and just the resiliency, and then the whole cliches of never giving up. But for our team, it's not a cliche, man. They just even without Georgia Adams, players step up in a big way. Great game by Peyton Jones on her birthday, by the way, on her birthday. You could look at the scoring and the things that she did, but the girl had 6 rebounds. She had a really big steal. And those are things that's not always about scoring. And what else can you do in the game of basketball? There's a lot. And she did a lot for us tonight. Super proud of her coming off the bench and giving us great energy. And sometimes when you finish a game, that means a lot, more so than starting. So proud of her, but just the whole team in general. And what a game. And love them. I love them. They're not. I mean, it's easy to say that after a close win. But all along, you don't get this win just because the given day. You've done a lot of things in between, and you prepared along the way. Our staff did a great job of preparing our girls for this game. Our girls executed it for most of the time. But I just what a great game for women's basketball. But what a great game for our team.
Absolutely, and first time you've really been pushed hard here at home in that situation. As you huddled there to start the fourth quarter down 9, what'd you see in your players?
My favorite thing is when they talk. We're supposed to talk as coaches. Your assistants are supposed to talk. It's what they get paid for. But when the players talk, it means a little bit more. There's nothing like, the best form of leadership is peer leadership. So they exemplified that. And not only that, right after we broke from our huddle, Cass and Watt got them together and had a little bit more to say. And I challenged them at halftime that, don't just be a basketball player, be a leader. If you're blessed to cross that line and to play, be a leader. You're a leader, and we need some vocal leadership right now and some energy. And that's when when the players respond to what we ask them to do. There's nothing better. Coachable kids, man, nothing better.
Wanted to go back to Peyton. Very fitting for her to have a big game today, not just because it's her birthday and with Georgia going out with injury, but it's been a long journey for Peyton getting back to where she was at freshman year. She's had lots of good looks that just haven't fallen this year, but how excited for her are you to see her have that success in such a big moment when your team needed it the most?
It's easy to make lineup changes and to sub here and there, but I also know there's a personal aspect to it, not from us coaches, but that players can really get down and get discouraged. And, sometimes you go in a game and you come out 30 seconds later and, it's why did you come out? It's like, well, sometimes we wanted the other person back in. But for Peyton, she was starting and then now she's not. She's coming off the bench, but, she stays in the moment. And that's the thing about going. Sometimes in life we don't know the plan or we don't get exactly what we want. But when you don't back down, when you just continue to, knowing, hey, this is who I am, this is what I built for, makes all the difference in the world. So, like I said earlier, I'm proud of her for staying in the fight. Our team needed her. Need her every day, needed her today especially. So there are big moments for her. When she goes to the free throw line late in the game, she's clutch. So when she knocked down those 2 free throws, it's like, yep, that's what she does. Again, those are big moments, and glad she stepped up to the plate to make them.
How do you ride the emotion of this without exclusively relying on the emotion of this going forward, if that makes sense?
Man, we talk about reference points all the time because, in today's society, there's a lot of self-doubt, more negativity than positivity. So it's another reference point that I'll absolutely lose. And along the course of the game in itself, we played on the island a lot tonight, especially the first half. We were all kind of 5 different people out there with almost like different jerseys. And you got to play together, man, and you got to be more vocal when it's tougher, because if you do it by alone, you're just like, I'm playing hard. Well, you have 4 other teammates. Like I told them at halftime, you're not a high jumper, and this isn't an individual swimming meet. Like everybody's actions reflect on each other's, and so iron sharpens iron, and so our girls did a good job of that in the second half of really feeding into that, even when it was tough.
You go on the road next week to Arkadelphia. How do you keep the train rolling?
I don't know. I don't even know what's going on at this moment. I'm gonna enjoy this Saturday immensely and go to church tomorrow and and praise Jesus like we do every day. But it's it's really getting the team back together on Monday and just a little reminiscing, but just keep painting that vision. Keep painting that vision.
Love it. Trent, thank you so much for your time. Congrats on the big win. Look forward to seeing you guys on the road next week.
Appreciate you guys. Great day.
That's going to do it for us on the women's side. We will take a break and come back with the start of the men's game after these messages.